there. Describe, identify, and explore. But not necessarily criticize. There will be a time for that. But don't do it straight away, because you shut down conversation. And you even shut down conversation with yourself. You ignore the challenge. And then, that's from an individual perspective, but then from a collective perspective, us as a faculty with our students, it is about having some meetings that are a dialogue, a conversation, not a debate, because in a debate it's about right and wrong, or a decision. You have to make decisions, of course, but there should be some space devoted to just allowing people to have a free space to allow people to have a conversation. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? But when you're asking the why, it's not a, why are you doing that? It's why. I want to understand. It's about trying to create a shared understanding and trying to open up that space. Very hard to do. And the reason it's very hard is really simple. So in terms of my hat as the academic standards person, to get accreditation, right, or in any 1 year in accreditation, 80% of your students must be reaching a particular level of performance. Okay? Now, if you say that to a lecturer, and if in their class they don't reach that 80%, they immediately think they're in trouble. Now, actually, in accreditation, that's not the point. The point is that if 80% don't reach it, okay, can we now tease out why that might be? And you say this to staff, but they go, don't believe you. No, you have it written down there now that my class have not achieved the performance level. I'm in trouble. And no matter how many times you say it to them, no, you're not. This is part of what we call a continuous cycle of improvement. They won't believe. And it's understandable. It's understandable because it's written down somewhere, right? This will affect my promotion. It's written down there, perhaps, okay, if I have to try and do something different, and if it doesn't work, I'll get negative student feedback. And if I get negative student feedback, I will be in trouble with my dean or my head of department. So it's really hard to try to convince them that no, this is not about negative criticism. It is about collecting evidence so that we can have a conversation. Collective. The hard thing is you have to show them that that's true, that's real. Same with students. You know, if you go to a student, you know, I really want you to ask questions. I want you to get involved. And the first time a student asks a question, you go, not getting into that now. They're not going to believe you anymore. So you've got to model it. Now again, if you think about it, from my perspective, I'm not a head of department. So now, you need the head of the department to show his or her staff that it is the case that this is not about creating a file on you as a staff member that's negative. That we do really mean what we say. I can't do that alone. I don't have any power. So we need the heads of the departments to help us. As a staff member inside a course, I have to be able to show my students that if I say that I want them to do something and they try to do it, that I acknowledge that and I accept it and they see that. As a program director, I have to be able to show the staff the same thing, not to give out to them if something happens. So you have to model what you're trying to say, that idea of caring at all of these levels. But this is why it has to be shared. It has to be everybody. So it's got